What's up everyone, welcome to this multi-part training series on getting started with Redshift in Cinema 4D. My name's Ellie and I'm part of the Maxon training team, and I'm here to help guide you along this journey of learning Redshift. Throughout this series, we'll be diving into some of the essential tools, tips and techniques for adding Redshift to our workflow. We'll be learning how to create and build our own materials from scratch using Redshift standard material, and how to work with nodes inside Cinema 4D's node editor. We'll look at how to use and set up a variety of Redshift lighting, from dome lights with HDRI images to area lights and even a physical sun, before finally diving into some of those all-important render settings for that great-looking final render. In this first part, we're going to start from the very beginning and just get used to using the Redshift menus, dynamic palettes, and taking advantage of the different render previews. But first, what exactly is Redshift? Well, it's a render engine that allows us to preview and create beautiful photorealistic images and animations inside of Cinema 4D and other DCCs. We build our own materials, set up our own lighting, and finally tweak and adjust our output render settings for that perfect final shot. The great thing about Redshift is it can run on either the GPU or the CPU, meaning almost anyone can take advantage of its rendering power. Let's dive into Cinema 4D and start learning Redshift together. Before we start creating any lighting or materials, we first need to change our renderer to Redshift. To do that, all we need to do is head over to our render settings, select Redshift from our drop-down menu. This will now tell Cinema 4D to use this as our render engine for this scene. It also means our menus and palettes have updated to show our Redshift tools. If I click and hold one of these palettes, we can see our Redshift specific tools, such as environment objects, lights, and even create Redshift materials with a simple double click. You may find it easier to work with a single menu. If so, we can add the Redshift menu to our toolbar. Just go to Edit, Preferences, find Redshift under your renderer dropdown, then enable the Redshift main menu. This will then be added to the toolbar inside Cinema 4D and includes all your important Redshift tools and objects. One of the benefits of working with Redshift is it offers fast, interactive preview rendering, or IPR with its custom render view. This render view allows artists to see a visual preview of their scene, including geometry, materials, lighting, colour correction, and post or camera effects. Here I've got a quick scene set up which includes some geometry, a couple of Redshift lights, and some Redshift materials. Let's see how this looks. To open the Redshift render view, just go to the Cinema 4D window menu and select RS Render View. This will open a new window which we can then dock anywhere inside our Cinema 4D layout by dragging and dropping using the 3 lines menu. We have a wide range of buttons at the top, and one of the most common you'll use is the Start-Stop IPR. If we click this, it will start our interactive preview render and will also be highlighted blue so we know it's on. Now we can see our progressive render taking place, showing our lighting and materials. And if I make changes to these, we can see they update almost instantly. To the left, we can do a full render, or we can render to picture viewer here by using the main Cinema 4D render button. Sometimes you may want to make changes which won't update instantly. If this happens, just hit the refresh IPR button to refresh your render view. Just like in standard Cinema 4D, we can select a render region using this icon here. Then we can render only that area in our IPR. With this drop-down menu, we can select the different camera views in our scene and even lock them, allowing us to move around our viewport without affecting our render preview. By default, the Redshift render view is set to progressive mode, meaning it will gradually improve the render over time depending on the number of passes set up in your render settings. Final renders are most often rendered using bucket mode, and this can also be enabled inside the render view here. A couple of extra quick features within the render view are we can save out our final image here, and we can also take advantage of undersampling to increase responsiveness during IPR rendering. This value determines how much the render resolution is divided during the first passes. If you like the idea of the IPR, however you don't like the second window, then there's another option available, and that's using the viewport IPR. We can stop this here in the viewport Redshift menu, allowing us to continue to work inside the main viewport and see our Redshift material and light previews. The main benefits of working with these IPRs is when we adjust our lighting or make changes to our materials, we see an almost instantly updated preview, allowing us to work faster and more efficiently. In the next video, we'll be looking at where to find our Redshift lights, the different types and settings, and some all-important light setups. I'll see you there.